Hey, it's Kayla, otherwise known as the Duster Queen. And I know a lot of you probably started to watch me because were curious about the Duster, thought the Duster was funny. Very understandable. In fact, I initially just started talking about Duster a little bit to gain a little bit of traction on my channel. It was never meant to be the main focus. But the way the people at the Super Ego made me feel, it really mitigated a lot of the fears around brain damage. So I thought, okay, it gives me temporary relief. Things are always gonna suck. I'm always gonna want Unalive, and it helps with that. So at least temporary relief, is better than nothing, and that's about as much as I can hope for. And yeah, sure, I know that later on things will, chances are, be very bad, but at least things will be temporarily good. And also, too, the Duster itself did help take away some of the fears around the damage it did. But there was still this nagging fear that interacting with people who made it seem like a joke, like at the Super Ego, helped mitigate that. That was like, okay, so I can either have more fear and all the damage, or less fear and all the damage, and I did choose the less fear, and it was very nice. It did make me feel good, because I often avoid people too because of guilt anyways. I don't know, it was nice. It was a fun time, even though I thought probably a lot of the people were just mocking me. It still felt very much better for me than to a lot of being left alone with all this fear, even though in many ways it was fake. But it didn't matter to me. But then the problem with moderation and stuff led me to want to try to cultivate more of my own community of people who could make me feel that way without any of the stuff that was really annoying me at the Super Ego. So that's what I set out to do, and it just kind of gave into it. It's okay, this is my life now. I have Duster, because not only did I never see myself not doing it too, but also there was a lot of preoccupation with it, a lot of apathy that I wasn't used to, and just made caring about other things much harder, which just came naturally to me. I'm passionate about all kinds of things. I know I have a lot of fears of people in the world, but I do also have good will towards people. I want people to be treated right, even if I'm largely afraid of people. But yeah, and I know people seem to not be able to understand that these two things can go together. But yeah, I just kind of gave into the Duster, and this is my life now. And I knew if things were to ever change anyways, then it would still kind of stick. And as far as how people saw me, and I accepted that too, and to some degree, yeah, I kind of have. I'm trying to show people that there is more to me than just wanting to have Duster all the time. But also too, yeah, there's still a lot of preoccupation with the cravings and stuff, and having to drink THC drinks, L-theanine drinks, sometimes kava drinks, those types of things, to try to keep them at bay. But yeah, they're still very prominent. Still go through periods of apathy that I'm not used to, and it just feels like nothing matters. I think probably becomes more like self-centered than before, and perhaps more callous. I know people are going to use that against me, but I mean, yeah, I think perhaps some of that is fading a bit, but yeah, I mean, to be honest, like, I can't say I would never go back to Duster again, because it's still largely like a huge, huge desire for me. Okay, but thanks for watching, and yeah, I'm gonna think a lot more about what I want this channel to be about. Okay, bye.